In number 8, we need to use the disk method to generate a volume. And let's write down what our bounds are first. So we're bounded by x equals 0, y equals the square root of x, y equals the square root of 5, and we're rotating about the y-axis. So we're rotating about x equals 0 also. So there's one thing that you should keep in mind when we're doing the standard disk method, is that in which direction are we rotating? In this case, since we're rotating about the y-axis, and let me draw out this this graph. So we have y equals square root of x, which looks like that. Y equals square root of 5 is just going to be some horizontal line, and we're bounded by the y-axis also. So we have this area in there, but we're rotating horizontally. So that should clue you in that you want to switch everything to be in terms of y instead of in x, because we're rotating this way, which you could do in x if you use cylindrical shells, but they wanted you to do this using the disk method. And for the disk method, then this needs to be in y. So what we should do is instead write this equation as x equals y squared. And for setting up the integral, we want to think about going in the y direction instead of the x direction. So remember that for the disk method, we would be integrating pi times the radius squared. So we need to think about what is our radius. Well, if we're rotating this direction right here, our radius is the distance from this line, y-axis, over to this graph. And in terms of y, that's going from 0 to y squared, because we wrote it as x equals instead of y equals. So if we're going from 0 to y squared, our radius is y squared at any given time. So remember, we square that. And we have to think about what are the bounds on this integral. Well, what is our y going from? It's going from 0 up to that line, and it stops there. That line was y equals square root of 5. So we're going from 0 to square root of 5. So now all we need to do is put it in the form that the answer has, which is with the pi inside. So we're going from 0 to square root of 5, pi y to the 4th dy. And that integral would give us the volume of that revolution. So just because it said to use the disk or washer if you had a split area, and you're rotating horizontally, that immediately should tell you I need to switch everything to y's instead of x's because I'm going in that direction. So remember that cylindrical shells allows you to do the horizontal revolutions without changing to y. If you're going to use disk or washer, you have to change to y to do that direction of revolution.